Alright, we're on the draw for round 2. Got a keeper though. Mold a 6 and he scryed bottom. Ooh, do we have a mirror match perhaps? Generally control mirrors are pretty dumb game 1 because everyone just has a surplus of removal and not enough threats, but post-board games get pretty interesting, I think. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe he's playing like Grixis aggro or something. Looks like it. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's draw up a search. We're kind of off to the ideal start, really. No plays, I like that too. Bedded pools, I can go in the yard. Ooh, that might be good later. Once we can protect it. Is this a Supreme Will? It's fine. He does nothing, which is suitable for me. Catacomb can go in the yard. Well, we don't really have a way to interact with creatures right now, which I guess is fortunate that he doesn't know that. But if he like slams a Scarab God here or something, we could be in some trouble. But again, is he really going to tap out for Scarab God when we have this much untapped mana? Siphoner is much more annoying. Because now we realistically can't tap out for Scarab God. We also need to deal with that, Glimmer can stay. Even though he is going to get to draw a card. I have to live with that reality. Could have glimmered main phase and looked for a fatal push, but that seemed worse than keeping up mana. Still nothing. This might get counter, but I don't care that much. I like both of those cards, as a matter of fact. Top. Vraska's Contempt, that can also stay, actually. I'm actually just gonna main phase Vraska's Contempt now, because I have negate backup. I could Gearhulk Fatal Push, but then if he has another counter spell, I'm actually in some trouble. That works. I feel like this can go too wrong for me. Ideally he taps out for Nicol Bolas or something, but Scarab God even I don't mind so much. On Grathe. Okay. Let's just negate. Just because that would force me to discard, I don't really want to do that. Moment of Craving, that can go in the yard. My search gets the flip. Good stuff. Disallow would be the best draw here, I think. So then I get to deploy my Scarab God without fear. He's very likely holding a Harness Lightning. Could be a Braid also, but I could also main phase Gearhulk Glimmer, but I'm just gonna keep playing Land Go. I don't need to. I'm not in any hurry to put pressure on him, because unlike in the case of the Esper Tokens matchup, I do have the inevitability here. Glorybringer's fine. I think now I just Gearhulk Vraska's Contempt. If he has a counterspell for my Gearhulk, I can just main phase Vraska's Contempt, and then also play Scarab God, I think. He has another Supreme Will. Okay, he's just seen enough. His hand must have been that bad. Alright, game 1 we are supposed to be favored. Negates can stay, or negates can come in rather. Sensors aren't as good on the draw. Did I Tracker's interesting. He doesn't really have that many. What am I trying to say? Doesn't have that much graveyard interaction. I mean, I'm sure he has Scarab God, but don't need Lost Legacy. I could bring in Jace's Defeat. I don't want to go too hard on counters and then lose to just an onslaught of creatures. He is likely to slow his deck down a decent amount. I think Moment of Craving can come out though. It only kills Glintsleeve Siphoner, which Fatal Push already takes care of. And then Extractions kill Virtuoso and like Gaunty if he's playing that. There's a consideration to cutting it for like Gifted Aetherborn or something. I can bring in the Bloodfast, but it might be too slow on the draw. I don't want Bontu's Last Reckoning. I think I might want the Jace's Defeats though. Maybe I just bring those in for Censor. I mean, Censor is just more of a catch-all. Probably don't want to go too deep on the anti-control stuff. I think 4 negate should suffice. I'll keep all the Essence Scatters. Although I guess I could cut one of the Essence Scatters for a defeat. That also takes care of Virtuoso, Scarab God, Gearhulk. So maybe I just want both of the defeats and cut on another Essence Scatter. Seems reasonable to me. The only downside to that is if he has Gaunty in his deck post-board. But Defeat is just much more flexible in almost every other case. I guess Glorybringer also. This hand's fine. It's mulliganing. Kept on top. It's good for me. It's like I don't love the fact that I have Fatal Push in my deck when he has the potential to go big, but we just kind of need it in our deck because of Siphoner. So it's nice to be able to get it out of my hand early. Nothing from him, not even a blue source. Not going to cycle Illumination because I plan on hard casting it in a couple turns. Right, there's his blue source. If he has a Glimmer, I'm not going to counter it. Or Supreme Will. Definitely better for me than a Glimmer at this point. What do we have here? Gonti A. Slightly annoying, but I guess I don't really want to use my Disallow. He could also be holding up Spell Pierce. Because I have such a plethora of removal, like the fact that I have this Essence Extraction, maybe that's wrong though, I maybe should just counter it, be mana efficient. He's also on a mulligan, I just shouldn't get him free value. And if this draws a Spell Pierce, that's actually not the worst case for me either. I think under normal circumstances I wouldn't have done that, but given how far ahead we are, it makes sense to me. On Graph. It's fine. I'll just discard this Fetid Pools and cast Vraska's Contempt. So we still got a 2-for-1, but we're still doing fine. Glimmer was good. Could do a main phase even, but Glorybringer. It's Glimmer in response. Extraction on bottom, Glimmer can stay on top. And there's a chance I just cycle this Illumination now. Okay. I'll take a hit, but at least I'm not getting 2-for-1 from it. I'm going to Glimmer main phase and see what I find off of it. Contempt can stay, Push can go on the bottom. We're going to take a bit of damage here. Guess I'm playing Boneyard. Holding up Negate. / Cycle Fetid Pools. Playing untapped land is only beneficial if you play something that I can kill with Essence Extraction. Nothing. Let's cycle. Gearhulk, that's a good draw. So let's go to his upkeep. No, maybe I shouldn't. I should wait, make sure he doesn't play like another Planeswalker in his main phase. I can take another hit. My life total doesn't really matter. Technically it matters if I'm below 7 or below 8 and he has a Nicol Bolas, so I'll keep that in mind. But I can handle a Nicol Bolas just fine. So now I'm going to go end step Gearhulk. I can counter a counter. Let's target Vraska's Contempt. Could even target Glimmer, but I don't think I need many more cards here. I just want to make sure I can get this Glorybringer off the table. without having to tap low. I will negate your negate. If he wants to get in a war over this, there's an argument even for not doing this, just using another contempt. Which maybe what I should have done. But again, this allows me to keep maximum mana open here. Yeah, and this works out just fine. Let's chip in for 5. Now I'll main phase this. Now we're just kind of doing our thing. A braid would be the most annoying thing here. Contempt. I don't know if that's worth fighting over. I think it is. This risks letting him resolve a planeswalker. But, like, without this Gear Hulk, this game's going to stretch for many more turns. And I feel like my current hand isn't super well equipped to deal with that. I want to try to get this game over. Because now I think if he just bricks one more time, he's dead, right? Just draw like a Whirler Virtuoso. He drew a spell. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. That'll take him to his next answer. Chandra doesn't actually save him. Alright, sweet. Got the job done. Alright, on to the next one.